welcome back. So here we are, week 11. We've got the match play. So we just had 3 games of qualifying. I'm just going to bring up the bracket here. So qualifying first, Dave Shanbaum is going to be facing number 8, Corey Forfitt. Number 3, Darren Alexander will be facing number 6, Steve Kubis. Number 4, Ann Bogl will be facing number 5, Tim Johnston. Number 2, Dylin Hunter will be facing number 7, Mykaela Mitchell. So this week's pattern that they are bowling on is the 2022 USBC Women'S Championships 42 feet, 5.79 to 1 ratio, 25.6 mil of oil. So the bowlers here, they're just getting 1 practice ball on each lane before we start. Just flip that back over there. Might have to make an adjustment on the camera. But yeah, one ball on each lane will be underway in a minute. Okay, so our bowlers are just making their score corrections here so we can start fresh. We got Dave Shanbaum versus Corey Forfitt, Darren Alexander versus Steve Kubis on 25 and 26. On 27 and 28, we've got Ann Bogl versus Tim Johnston and Dylin Hunter versus Mykaela Mitchell. So as soon as we do a score correction here, we're going to be underway. Here we go, top 8 match play. Okay, so we're just wrapping up on our right lane, 27 and 28, the first match here. So Mykaela Mitchell has defeated Dylin Hunter 223 to 209. And then we've got a close game here between Tim Johnston and Bogl, and Tim just split here in the 10th. And throws a big strike there. So Tim, 176. So, and Bogl will be going on to face Mykaela Mitchell. And takes it off the sheet, throwing the last 6 for 201. So we got another couple close matches here. We got Dave Shanbaum up on the right lane. He's got 145 in the 8th off the strike from the 9th. Corey's got 153, so he's down. Picks up the spare. Dave finishes the strike, so Dave's going to finish 185. Corey's already at 183, so he just has to hit pins here. So he's going to finish 192. So we've got Corey Forfitt defeating Dave Shanbaum, 192 to 185. So we still have our final match here, Darren Alexander versus Steve Kubis. Steve threw the first one in the 10th. He can throw 2 more for 183. Darren's at 175 already, so it does look like Darren will be moving on, pending any disaster. Which that'll be good. That will seal that in. So we'll have Corey Forfitt versus Darren Alexander and Ann Bogl versus Mykaela Mitchell. As our semi-final. So Steve Kubis finishes off 179. Darren can throw this one more strike here for 225. Looks like that'll be a 223, so just give me a second, let me bring up the bracket. Okay, so here we go. So we've got Forfitt defeated Dave Shanbaum 192 to 185. Darren Alexander defeated Steve Kubis 223 to 179. And Bogl defeated Tim Johnston 201 to 176. And Mykaela Mitchell defeated Dylin Hunter 223 to 209. So in our semifinals, we've got Forfitt versus Darren Alexander. And battle of the teammates here, we've got Bogl versus Mykaela Mitchell. So our bowlers here, they're going to get one ball on each pair, or on each lane, I should say. And just a reminder, going to bring up the pattern again here. So the pattern that they're bowling on is the 2022 USBC Women's Championships 42 feet. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to hit that notify me button on the live stream coming up on Labor Day on September 4th. We'll be live at Rev's Rose Bowl with a nice tournament, 5 games, and then cut to either the top 8 or top 12, depending on how many entries we get. But that's going to be an exciting one. That one is going to be live on YouTube. It will not be recorded and posted later. It will be live. So we got them just switching lanes, warming up, throwing one ball on each lane. We'll have a score correction, and as soon as I pull down the bracket, we're going to be going with our semifinals. Forfitt versus Darren Alexander, and Bogl versus Mykaela Mitchell. All right, what's going on, guys? So we've got a little special segment here. I'm joined by Kurt Ridgewell. If you haven't followed Kurt, go on YouTube, Kurt Ridgewell. Kurt's been doing a lot of bowling videos, vlogging, tournament vlogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. So the last one we saw, you just posted this week, I think was from the Michigan, was that the Michigan series?
Yeah, it was from the Michigan Scratch Bowling series or whatever they call their Scratch Bowling series that they hold there. Brian Regan runs them in Michigan.
Yeah, so that was probably a couple weeks ago. So what else are you sitting on? What else are we going to see coming up here in the next couple weeks?
Yeah, so I've been vlogging out here on these Wednesday nights, and I have 2 more of those coming. And then we're headed on August 11th to Thunder Bowl for another one of those Michigan sweepers. And yeah, that'll be in the works too.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait for those. Follow every week. I always like to see our local bowlers competing, whether it's here in Windsor or in Michigan or Toronto, GTA. I know with the Players Tour, stuff like that, which we're waiting to find out what the schedule is going to be for that. I know you guys head out to all that. So how'd tonight go?
Yeah, tonight wasn't really my night. The line really played to my strengths, but unfortunately I was battling tape for most of the night, and I really couldn't clear the thumb hole very well, and I missed a lot. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but we had a really good turnout, so I'm glad to see we had almost 20 bowlers come out tonight. I think the bowlers are starting to get ready for the season, that we're within a month away now. So
yeah, I think that too. We had I believe it was 19 tonight, so get that. We'll actually get a decent payout for those here that are bowling now. Hopefully get a few more weeks in before the tournament, and I'm sure you're going to be coming back on Wednesdays for league here at Super Bowl, as am I. I don't bowl during the summer, so I'm here doing this, but I'll be back bowling on Wednesdays in the league. So
yeah, but you find your way into a bowling alley anyways, eh?
Yeah, one way or
Keep
another.
you busy.
Yeah. So just a little update on our matches here. So we've got Ann versus Mykaela. Looks like Ann, she's up a few pins on Mykaela there.
Teammates who bowled together on our Wednesday night league here, who actually they set a Canadian record this past season.
Yes, they did. They're a force to be reckoned with. The team of there's actually 5 of the women, the girls, if you want to call them, that bowl on Wednesday night, who have pretty much dominated a lot of the men. There are 5 women that are very talented, set the Canadian record. They also did pretty well at the provincials. Yeah, Darren just sent that messenger flying across.
And he gave it the business too.
And he did, yeah. And then the last match, I really didn't talk too much about it. We had Mykaela was bowling her boyfriend Dylin.
Fiance.
Fiance, yes, fiance. That was a lose-lose for Darren. If he beat her, he's losing, and he lost. He lost. So. But yeah, it is interesting to see. We do have the teammates here. We also have Jess Campbell on their team. She walked by here and she's like, who do I cheer for? I don't want them to bowl each other. Well, unfortunately they are.
Yeah, that's the thing with bowling, right? It's a great community, so we're all friends here, so it's tough to cheer for or against your friends.
No! Darren just wobbled that 10 pin over. It was almost a 14. But yeah, sometimes that's how it falls. You end up bowling your friends that you don't want to bowl, but you just got to put that aside. You got to go out there and knock the pins down the best you can. Like the channel says, you got to strike on.
That's it.
So we got Darren. We're going to have a score correction there. Yeah, he's scoring. It scored him the split, but he over missed that. A split there, so it looks like we're going to have a couple close matches here. The scoring tonight, some of the qualifying games, the pattern was a little bit easier considering everything that we bowled on this summer, so the scores were a little bit higher. We have seen this in the match play here where it transitions, they break down, we're moving pairs. No one's on the same pair basically for 2 games, so we find that people are leaving splits. It is a little more of a challenge. That's why it is the Summer Sport Shot Challenge Series, I guess, if you want to call it.
Yeah, some of the pairs break down a little differently depending on who's been through them through qualifying, so not bowling on the same lane twice in a row it makes it a fair, no advantage to any bowler. You're seeing a pair you haven't just bowled on, and with each bowler gets one shot of warm up on each lane before they get going for the match. So
yeah, and that's the thing too, is I know like each lane, each pair in this house, no matter where you go, no matter what bowling alley, no two pairs are going to play the same. It does seem like there are a few pairs in this end of the house that do play better than others. But when you're bowling down here, it is what it is. Everybody has to deal with it when you move those pairs. Your better bowlers can adapt a little more. It also depends on what shot's out there.
Yeah, and that's it. And we've bowled in some really tough patterns this summer. This seems to be one of the softer ones that we have bowled on this far. And I find with some of the softer patterns, although they tend to play easy from the beginning, as they break down, they do get a little tougher. So we could see some bowlers start to struggle a little bit as we get down. As you see there, Corey just left a split.
Yeah, I noticed that too, is that like, especially tonight too, it's, as it goes on, the oil's moving around, you're getting a little more carry down, whereas a typical house shot, if you want to call it, the oil actually breaks down and it starts to hook more, whereas here, depending on where people are playing and all that too and what they're throwing, but they've definitely been tightening up, I've noticed over the last couple games here.
Yeah.
Let's see if Corey can pull this off. Gets one.
Well, he gives it right back to Darren, because Darren had missed his spare the last frame.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be easy.
No.
We got Jess here, just poured water all over the place. That's all good. So here we go. Darren really needs this strike here to get back, take charge of this. Corey just gave him an open. They're both on opens. They got to, someone's got to step up. Darren buries it.
That's a good shot. Yeah, if you guys watched the first match there in our match play portion, Darren seemed to leave 10 pins on every single shot he was throwing. So he kept moving around, tried a few different balls, he kept getting to the pocket, and he just had some carry issues, but that one was undeniable right there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take a look. What is that, the IQ Ruby?
Yeah, it's the IQ Tour Ruby Storm.
Yeah, one of the new balls. I know you've been helping Darren with that as well, doing some of the ball reviews.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Darren's channel, DH Bowling. Be sure to check that out. Follow him. They've got all the latest. I think it's mostly Roto Grip and Storm
and 900 Global.
And 900 Global.
The 3 SPI brands. Darren's an amateur staffer for Roto Grip, so we tend to do the ball reviews there. I do a little intro, and Darren goes out in the lanes, throws the balls. So we just did the Summit review for the Storm Summit, and I'm sure we're going to be doing a Tour Dynamics and a Roto Grip clone soon.
Nice. Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye out for those. Okay, so with that, I mean, Darren just threw a two-bagger there too, if you want to call it a two-bagger double. So Corey here needs to, he's got to strike if he wants to get back in this. Yeah. Looks like he's starting to see the carry down now. I mean, I think he was the only left-hander in the field tonight, so he's basically been by himself all night long.
Yeah.
I don't know if he hit this pair in qualifying or not, but
yeah, we did.
It still seems like, now he's starting to hit that carry down, starting to miss the head pin. He either needs to move left a little bit or make a ball change to something that's going to get around the corner.
Yeah, we noticed that the last couple shots he's thrown, it doesn't seem to be getting up from his break point, so he may have to go to the bag and see if he's got something stronger. I don't think he has too many balls with him tonight, so that might be the strongest he has with him. He might just have to square up a little more or move his feet a little bit to the left.
Yeah, and that's one thing too. He is a pretty high-speed, high-rev player. He likes playing that, up 10, out to 5 shot. He might, like you say, he might just have to square that up a little bit. And also too, looking over at Ann and Mykaela, they're pretty tight there. So yeah, that one Corey threw, got that one squared up a little better. Almost went high though. Almost left the 610, tripped it out. Mykaela solid 10 there. see what Darren does here. Oh, it was
nearly
almost
a 7-10.
I've seen quite a few of those tonight, not just from him, but from quite a few other players playing that steep angle. You know, just weird hits and 7-10s. I'm not sure if you left any tonight, but you know, I probably saw 6 or 7 of them, which is a little bit unusual.
Yeah, no, I didn't leave any 7-10s, but you know, I left quite a few 10 pins. Once you get in that zone there, you really have to circle it. I know Darren right now is really getting around the ball in order for it to see it.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was kind of getting to the pocket and quitting on him, and the 6-pin was just sliding into the gutter.
Yeah, he's got a good look. He's lined up. That really puts the pressure on Corey now, because he didn't double there. He didn't throw that one in the 6, so Darren throwing 4 in a row really puts him up, gives him the advantage.
Yep. Darren seems to be playing the exact same spot he was on the previous pair, but the carry seems to be a lot better for him over here. So, you know, that's like we were saying earlier with the pair-to-pair. You never know what's going to be going on.
Yep. There, Corey looks like he made the adjustment. Looks like he's found the pocket again. The other pair looks like Mykaela went high. Ooh, that was a little bit of a bad break there.
Open frame for Mykaela there in the 8th frame.
Yeah, that might spell a little bit of trouble because she's got the spare strike in the 7th. So that's going to give her the advantage on that game.
Yeah, if Ann can strike here, she's really going to be on top of her.
She does, buries it. Here we go, Corey up in the 9th. Got that one out, not coming back. That's it, the last 2 shots he had squared it up a little bit. That one he just looks like lost it a little bit, went out. And like the previous frames, you get it out there, it is not coming back.
Yep. I know he had a few shots during qualifying today that he said he just missed them at the bottom, so that could have been a situation like that there.
Yeah, we got Ann just left a washout. So we got here, we got a lot of back and forth between almost all the matches. While we do that, I'm going to work on updating my bracket here.
Oh, Darren leaves that 7-10 there in the 8th.
I was not watching. Was it solid or was it like wish-wash? Was it pretty solid?
It was, yeah, it was pretty solid. Oh, that was the 9th frame.
And Mykaela, another 7-10 over there.
Wow.
All right, so what are the chances Darren's going to wheel it here?
He almost made it the last time he had left it. Oh, not today.
Like we were talking about those 7-10s, and then, you know, just now we get 2. You know, we got 4 bowlers bowling, you got 2 up, and they both leave a 7-10.
Yeah. Scores did get pretty big at in qualifying, and you're seeing them kind of drop here through match play. As I said, it was a softer pattern than we have been bowling on, so as they break down, they're going to get a little tougher.
Another almost left another
got
one.
a break on the 7.
It almost came out of my mouth. I'm like, he left another one. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's going to put, if Darren picks this up and strikes, he's going to be at 202.
Yeah. Darren has already secured the win. Yeah. Corey can only strike out here for 185. that ends the other game over there. Looks like Ann is going to get the win against her teammate Mykaela.
Yes, so we're going to have a Darren Alexander versus Ann Bogl final. This is going to be the second week in a row that Ann's made the finals. She was our winner last week. She chose our pattern for the 2022 USBC Women's Championship pattern this week. So she's on a roll.
Yeah, she's on fire. She's ready for the season to get started up again. She can break some more records.
That's right. We're going to have to watch out for those girls. So Darren's going to be 200 on the button. And just left a 10 pin, but yeah, she's already secured that. We got Corey going up there, just finishing off his 10th.
Yep, Corey and Ann just finishing up their games, and we'll have Ann Bogl and Darren Alexander in our final tonight.
So is he 170?
174 for Corey, 200 flat for Darren.
And I'm just updating my bracket here. It doesn't want to. Okay, just let me. Let me bring this up here. So yeah, so our final match here, our bracket is going to be Darren Alexander versus Ann Bogl. So Darren defeated Corey Forfitt 200 to 174, and Bogl defeated Mykaela Mitchell 175 to 163. So they're just going to move over pairs here. We're going to have a final on 29 and 30. They're going to get one ball on each lane, do a little score correction, and then we'll have our finals underway. So we're going to be back in a minute. Give you a second. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're joining you back here. We're halfway through, and they're like,
What? Yeah, we could hear you if you talked loud enough, for sure.
we're talking about you.
Yeah, PG, please. Thank you.
And that's just Ann. So yeah, we're halfway through the game here. We've got Darren 68 in the fourth working on a spare, and we've got Ann 78 in the fourth working on a spare. So she's up 10 pins. We got Darren working on the sixth frame here.
Yep, Ann's got a lot of 9 counts up there, but she's making her spares, and she has a Brooklyn strike as well.
Yeah.
There we go, Darren. Got that one good.
One thing I just noticed there too, obviously we did move over. They were on 27 and 8 last game. We're on 29-30 here. Darren has made a ball change, and he has moved outside. Gone back to, you know, he's a high rev, high speed player. He's gone back outside to, if you want to call his bread and butter, you know, with a little more speed, a little more revs up the outside.
Yep, he switched to his UFO alert, and he is just, you know, throwing it real hard and getting it to the pocket.
And that's one thing too, with you working with him on the balls, I can't tell what ball he's throwing sometimes unless it's like a bright red color like the IQ Ruby there. You know, Storm and actually all the ball companies that come out with new balls, it seems like every couple weeks.
Yeah, I think most of them are pretty much like at least once a month they're coming out with something new, which is always exciting. We love new bowling equipment. They're the best.
Yeah.
But that UFO alert, that ball came out, I want to say during the summer of 2021. It was a great ball. I have one in my bag as well. It was part of the 6 balls that SPI had banned for being too soft a few years ago. So it's only banned actually in USBC like national competitions.
Yeah.
It's still legal anywhere else, any league, any PBA even, it's legal.
Yeah, it is what it is. Happened there. Got Ann that one out. That was a weird hit.
Yeah, she got a little bit of deflection off the pocket there.
Yeah, almost left the 5-7, kicked out the 7 pin there, and she's on a 5 pin. She kind of really needed a mark there. Looks like Darren, you know, those last couple balls, he's found something. So yeah, she's. Should we put our hand up?
Yeah, I don't know. My drink's already full, so hands up for the 5 pin. Oh, she got it. We're out of luck on that one.
Our hands were up. We knew you were going to make it. Oh, man. Gotta have some fun. You gotta laugh during this.
Yeah, that's what we love about bowling all these is we're such a good community here, and we're all such good friends, and it's not only competition, but it's also fun.
Yeah, and that's one thing too is this.
Oh, Darren made another ball change. It looked like he went to his Storm Fate there and had a little bit too much on the back end, and I believe it was a 6-8. I'm sorry, 6-10.
6-10, yeah. But back to that, yeah, this is a nice little group we got going on here, and I mean the majority of the people. It's almost the same people every week. We've probably got 5 or 6 people that come and go. You know, here in Windsor, you know, we're a big automotive. There's a lot of shift workers. You know, work 2 weeks days, work 2 weeks afternoons, so they can't make it every week. But yeah, I mean, the core group of probably, I want to say 10 or 12 guys are here almost every week. And then I'm sure we're probably going to see them come league time as well. So trying to see what Darren's doing down there.
Looks like he's going to go back to the UFO alert. He didn't like what he saw out of that Fate. So I expect him to stay right. He's going to throw it nice and hard like he had the last time he was on this lane 29.
Yeah, he really threw on that one hard. It was a pretty good look there. We'll just have to see if he stays with that on the right lane. I'm just wondering if he's seeing something different on the right lane, that caused him to change, like you say, to that fate and do something different.
Yeah, he must have, because right now he is actually perfect on lane 29 on the left lane, but he seems to be struggling over on lane 30 there, the right lane.
And so excited she almost went up on the wrong lane. Another one.
Oh, similar, yeah. Similar deflection that she had at the previous shot. This time the 7 doesn't fall, leaving the 5-7.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenging spare. Just got to hit that 5-pin right on the right side there, slide it over into the 7. Looks good. Oh, just misses it. So that puts her at 142 in the 8th. Darren's working on a strike there in the 8th with 128 in the 7th. So
real tight match here.
Yeah.
Oh, nearly leaves the 5-7 once again, but the little pin action topples him over.
Yeah, that was almost 3 times in a row. She really needed that strike. It's still a little bit of an uphill battle for her, but at this point, you just throw the strikes and you put the pressure on Darren. Darren's got a lot of international experience. If there's anyone that could deal with the pressure, it's probably going to be Darren with that experience that he has with tournaments, international competition.
He's bowled all around the world. He's bowled, some PBA events as well. He bowled the USBC Masters this past year. I want to say he's on Team Canada for his 4th or 5th consecutive year. Goes a little light there, leaves a bucket.
Yeah, I remember back in the springtime, I believe his favorite trip was they went to Australia. I know he said that was on his bucket list of places to visit, got out a little bit. So yeah, the Team Canada stuff, it definitely gives, I know my brother did it for quite a few years, it gives you world exposure, world travel. You travel with your bowling friends and you make the best of it.
Yeah, and you guys compete against the best in the world, right? And right now we actually have our Team Canada junior team that's bowling in Peru right now, and they've won a couple medals in doubles and trios, so way to go, boys.
Yep, yeah, I saw that, and then actually I stumbled across it here on YouTube. They've got a couple live streams going, so you can watch that. They did have a little bit of commentary going. It was not in English. A little bit of it was in English. I know they had Chris Barnes on there, but for some of it, it was not in English.
Yeah, the USBC was doing a live stream on their Facebook, so I did see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for the Americans.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, the actual event, they've got their own YouTube.
Oh, do they? I
channel
didn't find that.
Yeah, so Darren, he's locked in here on this left lane.
Yeah, he's sticking with the high hard one on lane 29. It seems to be working, but the right lane seems to be a little bit confusing for him right now. He's been trying a few things and hasn't found a strike over there. Thankfully, he is finishing over on 29 here. This one.
Ooh, rings that 10 pin. So if he makes that, he's going to be 188 and can go 42. So Anne's still in this.
Yep. She can get all 3 in the 10th for 202. splits in the 10th, leaving the 2-10.
So if she makes this, I'm not sure how the scoring works here on this machine. If she spares this and strikes, is she tied?
No, she would win.
No, she's getting me down. So,
Wow. You know, a lot of 9 counts and a lot of spares for in that game, and untimely splits that kind of cost her there. 188, 170. The final game. Darren Alexander gets the win. You know, he hasn't had too much luck in the last few weeks where he feels like he's been on the wrong side of the bracket and hasn't had the right opponents or the right lane that he needed, but today he made the most of it. You know, he didn't have an amazing look, but he made the most of the look that he did have, and made his spares, and now he is standing there as the winner tonight.
that is correct. So yeah, again, so Darren Alexander defeats Ann Bogl 188 to 170. So Darren Alexander is our Week 11 winner. So he's going to have the pattern choice for next week. We'll give him a couple days, see what he wants to pick. I'm sure he's going to pick something challenging again. But
He loves those short patterns.
Yeah, I know. So anyways, be sure to follow Kurt. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'll be back next week. At least I will. I'm not sure if you will. You going to be back next week?
I will be on Monday's shift again.
Okay, so Kurt will be back. So we'll probably be doing this again. And that's it. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see everybody next week.
See you guys.
See ya.